Still 10 minutes from the Iraqi border, but it's all backed up with lorries. I'm just sneaking around the side here. Well, I'm now just driving on the wrong side of the road, just because my side of the motorway is blocked with lorries. Just say I'm British, and I forgot.
Gel düz tane olsun, düz. Oh. Pens düz lazım, düz. Bana da.
Well, I don't think I'm even in Iraq yet, to be honest. I think I've left Turkey, but I don't know. What does this guy want?
Bir dakika. Dari bakın. Hemen edin sonra bak. Hemen edin sonra ben o. İngiltere'nin hangi takımını tutuyorsun?
Which team of England do you support?
Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Kane.
Harry
Kane.
Minik Son.
Son, evet.
Anthony Conte, teknik direktör.
Güzel.
Erik Dyer. صادوا 20 مليون دولار ما هاف أما مليار جديدة.
نعم ماشي.
60 مليون
أمصاد مليون.
بالرقم. باسبورتاي لازمه قولا.
Pasportayı bir diye. Come here, where is number card?
Here. Well, welcome to Iraqi Kurdistan. You didn't see that one coming, did you? That border was very challenging to get through. I don't really want to go into it. I might in a bit, but I mean, just random offices that I had to go through, money changes, like licenses, mechanic checks. I mean, lucky I had these two lads with me. I was trying to I thought they were scammers, like hanging around, like trying to just get money from me. And eventually they caught me up and jumped in the car, so I was like, alright, whatever. They proved that they were just dragging me to random offices, knocking on doors, taking me to the money changers, getting me all these papers that were then none of this is clear. It's all little dusty hallways and things written in Arabic and it turns out they were just border hustlers basically. I gave them 100 lira each, that's like a £5 each. I couldn't have done it without them essentially. So yeah, well done to them. And it cost me £60 for a visa to get in here, and another $30 for the mechanic check. I don't even know I honestly don't know how long I'm allowed to stay here. I'll explain. I'm in Iraqi Kurdistan. Kurdistan is a region that borders Iraq and a bit of Turkey and some Syria and Iran, I think. And it's an autonomous region. They have their own government, but not their own country and official state. So that's where I'm at the moment. I don't know where the borders are. And yeah, just gonna drive to the first major-ish city, and hopefully find somewhere to park for the night. I knew it was going to be difficult at the border, so I tried to pick up a hitchhiker who I'd take to the border, and then we'd be kind of allies, and he would be forced to kind of help me through the process. But I did pick up that hitchhiker I picked up this morning. He got off 10 minutes, the last town before the border, so I didn't have a chance to find another one. So yeah, luckily those lads helped me out. They really did help me out. I'd left my phone at the immigration place, and they were running after me with it. So I went from zero trust in them to they had all my documents and were just flying around the place and just dragging me from counter to counter, and I was just paying when they asked me to pay, and just doing what I was told. But here we are. We're rolling into Duhok. Well, nice streets, nice clean streets. Saw a woman driving. She was just wearing casual sports gear. I seen a shopping mall with a Burger King. So it's not why I came, but it's just reassuring to see on my first day. This looks like a kind of district with some stealth parking opportunities. Any security here? No. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, it's not great, but it's somewhere. And I'm going to have a little walk into town, see if I get some cash, see if I can get a SIM card, and then I can start actually knowing what this area is, because I haven't done any research here at all. And this is just the first town after the border. And I've driven 8 hours on Wednesday, 6 hours today, 2 border crossings, so looking forward just to getting back to my little area. Okay, the mobile phone shop is closed. Alright, this is a good start. Let's get some smaller denomination. Multiples of 10,000. $130,000. I think that's like 50 quid.
Please wait while your transaction is processing.
Annoyingly long notes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Here we go. Is this good?
Shakri,
Is it nice?
shakri and chicken and beef.
Is it good? Is it nice?
Good,
Yeah. Chicken?
Chicken.
Yeah.
Shakri, chicken.
Yeah. Salad?
Salad fatoush, salad tabbouleh, salad Caesar, salad Yunani, salad fatoush,
Oh, nice.
hummus. Okay.
Yeah.
This is our free.
Looks good. Thank you.
Lahmacun.
Lamashun, nice.
Lahmacun. Yes.
Chicken,
Shakri, yes,
chicken shakiri.
Chicken shakri, yeah.
Nice. Now this looks a nicer car park by the mosque. Well, one thing I do notice when I'm travelling, having been to China and India, is that here people just don't look at me or stare at me, and it's a nice feeling just to be comfortable walking around, because I don't really want to be a feature of the place. I want to be just in the background, so it's nice that people just don't really recognise me as anyone different. I hardly saw any cats in Georgia. Well, the mobile phone shop's open. They wanted my Kurdistani visa, so it is a real thing, and they weren't just selling me bits of paper, so that's good. Well, they don't sell SIM cards to tourists, you have to be a resident, so that's a bit annoying. I guess I'm just hanging around Duhok for the next month. I mean, they were always going to do nice bread around here, weren't they? Well, I have not been this warm in about 4 months. It was one of the draws for this region, the fact that it's just going to be so warm for the next month or so compared to Georgia and that region. So nice to be warm again. Well, this was not a classic park up, but first night in Kurdistan. God. It'll do. But I'm going to head into town, grab a coffee, get on some Wi-Fi, plan what I'm going to do this trip. Well, luckily Google Maps GPS still works. I can see where I am on the map, it just can't navigate driving, so once upon a time that would have been a real luxury. But you know, as expectations grow, something. Well, this is the rather bleak and barren main square here in Duhok. No t-shirts worn on this warm day, mainly dark jackets. Well, the good news is I got a Kurdish SIM card, so I'm on the network. 5 gig of data. I've got to go back. It lasts a week, and you have to go back in the store to refresh. So much bureaucracy here. I had to do a fingerprint scan and give my parents' names and photos of me and passports. But I'm settled here now in Kurdistan, so I'm just going to go for a drive. Such a great asset having a car around these parts. You can really just explore the area and see what's about. Don't need to get taxis and buses. Well, it ain't much, but it's a little piece of quiet area. And I'll tell you what I've got into recently, and it's not great news for the channel. Sleeping. It's just a nice thing, isn't it? Especially at night. Go to bed nice and early without any worries. No thoughts of the day gone, no thoughts of the morrow. Just waiting in peace for sleep's warm embrace. And it's like 15, 18 degrees, maybe up to 20 in the day, so it's just ideal temperatures for hanging out in the car. It's nice. And here we have a view of the lake. There. Come to the old family mall to see, go to Carrefour to see what the status is, see how liberal I can be with the old peanut butter on this trip. what a stunning performance from Carrefour in old Duhok. Brown sauce in Kurdistan. Well done. So morale in the car is very high right now. A little bit busier at the mosque this evening than this morning. That security guy just came over and waved at me, so I can't really stay here tonight anymore. Well, I was spotted. Some guy just came over and had me looking at, well, he said he's alright. Oh, I think he's coming. But this isn't a good spot. It's by the mosque. There's loads of people hanging out. Some bloke just came over because I was doing some yoga and the windows were a bit steamy, and he came over and he thought there was 2 people in here and I was, you know, up to no good. But he was very he was alright about it once he saw I was alone in here, but I don't like being seen, so I'm going to move on. Good thing about trying to find a parking spot at night is all I have to do is find somewhere to stop, and it should be quite easy. I'm not cooking and I'm not doing like nothing else to do tonight. Just over here will do, I think. Leave nice and early. No one sees me. Can go back there again if I need to. Well, it's not the best morning chill spot, but it's off the road. Poor birdies don't have any trees to live in. They've got to live on the wires. quash. There's some kind of monastery around here, so come and check it out. Anything I do here is going to be a bit random and arbitrary, but you just need to get on the ground, get in amongst it, see what happens. Police checkpoint into Al Quash, is there?
Hello. بس دقيقة. 1 minute. Security.
I think this is a different ethnic group here, Assyrians. So they've got, must have their own thing going on. Look. Church. Monastery.
شو هذا شيء صحفي؟
Yeah.
صحفي؟
Tourist.
كم باسبورت؟ Go where? Take delivery about
Well, he's just taken my passport. What are you going to do? Well, I was hoping to car camp here, but with the army's got my passport, it's not an option, is it? It's a shame. Alright, I think I'm here. It's a car park and a monastery, so I'm more comfortable here. Nice place, but ruined by the industrial work going on. I think that's a hermitage up there. I'm going to try and get over there. Okay, so we're in Duhok, which is a kind of enclave, is it called? I'll check that. So we're in Duhok, which is an enclave of the Assyrian Christians. And the Assyrians are an ancient civilization from like 21st century BC. And yeah, they're obviously just surrounded by majority Kurdish Muslims. So that's why the security around this place is quite high, because the town has been under attack over the years, most recently in 2014 by ISIS, but they managed to save the town. And yeah, it's interesting to think that this ancient civilization, it's the European equivalent of a group who like have a settlement in the UK who still identify as like Celts or Gauls and carrying on those traditions. But this monastery up here is one of the main outposts of Christianity in the East over the years. Hello, come here. It's all right. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. No?
Oh no.
No?
شغلتك كابتشينو. سلامة.
يلا شاطر.
ايوه ده صلي
Well, I'm in. He let me in and he just said no photos, so fair enough. The pearly gates. Well, that was interesting. Heavily fortified and guarded Assyrian settlement with a guarded monastery as well. I guess they just guard it as a cultural artifact and they don't really use it very much. But my phone's got a recycle bin, so I put all any sensitive videos in the recycle bin, and then I just pad my gallery filled with some like goofy tourist photos. So they'll just think, whatever this guy's into, he's not a threat to us. Usual scenes on the roads here.
Once upon a time, not too long ago, we took a day out in Manchester. We all fall down, there's not enough hours in a